So is it a one-way? Is it a one-way presentation, or will the participants
No,
ask?
Mr. Madhu, you can complete your talk. Then after that, we will take up some questions.
Okay, thank you very much for hosting me. So about Organic Mandya, how this Organic Mandya came into existence. So basically, I was a software engineer. So I started my career as a software engineer, worked with multiple MNCs. Later in 2005, I started my own software company, moved to US. So we had a very successful software product company in US. So, and our R&D center was in Bangalore. So since I was heading the products division, I used to frequently travel to Bangalore every quarter. So when I used to come to Bangalore, I used to go around the city or to the office in an auto rickshaw. So most of the auto rickshaw drivers whom I spoke, they said that they are from Mandya, they had agricultural lands, but since agriculture is not profitable, they have moved to Bangalore and had become auto rickshaw drivers. So likewise, even whenever I went to a fuel station, petrol pumps, there the boys, most of them were Mandya, most of them belonged to very good families, but who had 3 acres, 5 acres of land, but instead of agriculture, practicing agriculture, because since it had no money, they had all migrated to Bangalore. And most of the maids also belonged to the Mandya. The young women had migrated from Mandya. This kind of made me think like I was born in Mandya. I should do something for my hometown. So usually what happens is we grew up from a place, the society gives everything to us. Then when it's time to pay, we all migrate to other cities. So in the old age, again, we come back and start living in them, and we are not able to give anything to them. So I didn't want to be like that. I wanted to give back something. I just wanted to see what's happening in agriculture, what's making this youths migrate to Bangalore in search of menial jobs. So I wanted to find the solution for this, permanent solution for these problems. So that's when I thought like I should go back from US. I should go back and start working on this problem statement. So that's when in 2014, I quit my software company. I gave up all my this thing and came back to Mandya. So when I came back to Mandya, and even when I just had a very broad picture that I wanted to come up with a solution for the migration activities. I wanted agriculture to be more profitable. So even at that time, I never had any intention of organic, or I never knew what organic farming was. So that's when I came back to Mandya, I started studying the problem. Why? So what I could observe is 40, 50 years back, my grandparents, most of the farmers in Mandya were rich because they were all practicing sustainable farming, organic farming, natural farming, without use of any other external inputs or applicators. So when I understood that, so this the modern day farming is heavily relied on chemical farming, pesticides, and the farm lands have shrunk. So the one thing is we have to become like our grandfathers. What was the need is we have to be sustainable. We have to be do multi-cropping. We have to do organic farming, which our forefathers did. That's one of the trigger point. Second thing is our forefathers lived more than 95 years, but our next generation, my previous generation, most of the lifespan had reduced to 30 years. By 30 years, that means most of my aunts, uncles, and all, their average lifespan had reduced to 60, 62 years. So not only the wealth had depleted, even the health had also depleted. So that that was the second trigger point. And the third one was because of the monocropping. Because earlier it was all multi-cropping. People used to do in in agricultural land. It was not only one type of crop they used to do. They used to do multiple types of crop. But what over the years, what happened is the multi cropping system vanished, and people started doing single crop like paddy in 3 acres, sugarcane in 3 acres, coconut farm in 3 acres. So that multi cropping methodology vanished, and they started doing monocropping. Because of this monocropping, the income levels got depleted. Farmers started making loans, and some of the farmers also committed suicide. In 2013, 2012, 2014, a lot of farmers had committed suicide in Mandya. So that was another trigger point for me. So these three things, when I summed it up, I thought like our grandparents lived a healthy and wealthy life by doing a sustainable organic farming. Why don't we bring that practice back? Why can't we bring that practice back? So that's when the idea of organic farming came into my mind. So I'm a person, my grandparents were into farming. My dad was in agriculture university. He was a professor at agriculture university. I had no idea about agriculture. So I had a piece of land in my native. So I started practicing organic farming with the help of other organic farmers who are already practicing farming, organic farming. So I started practicing, then started talking to farmers, why can't we form a group and start doing organic farming? So that's when Mandya Organic Farmers Cooperative Society we started. Around 500 plus farmers, we came under one roof, and we started implementing organic farming in each of their lands. We started having training sessions. We started calling organic practitioners to give us training, and we started training our farmers. So our farmers got trained, the society farmers got trained, and eventually when they started growing, they came back and said, we will not be able to sell this produce at a low cost in a regular market. It's a premium product. Where do we sell? That's the question they asked. So then I really thought, yeah, when they're growing with utmost care, by giving special attention, they should get access to a premium market. So how do we do that? So that's when we thought, from cooperative society, it's very difficult to do business because it has a lot of complications. So that's when we formed another company registered under ROC. So that company, Organic Mandya, was the name of the company and the brand. So through the company, we started opening our own marketplaces. We started opening stores, and that's how the Organic Mandya came into existence. So that's how Organic Mandya started. So any questions so far?
You can complete your session. You go ahead, complete your session.
So sorry guys, I don't have any presentation. It's like so we started in 2015. So there was a lot of in 2015 the word organic, 99% of the people were not aware about organic. It was kind of a new terminology. We started the company. So then I said, like, let's put up a exclusive store for our organic farmers. So that's when. So then again the question came: where do we put this? Should we put it in Bangalore, where people are slightly aware of organic, or should we put it in then I kind of made a decision to put the store right next to the organic farmers where they grow. So we came up with the idea of putting the store, our first store, on Bangalore-Mysore highway in a village. That was the thought we got. So we first finalized a place on the Bangalore-Mysore highway, which was very close to Mandya, in a village. It's the outskirt of Mandya. So we finalized a place. Then I started discussing. See, it's a very new concept. Like nobody had done an organic store. On the especially there were very few, probably 2-3 organic stores or natural stores in Bangalore. Very few stores were there. That too in a small scale. So when I discussed the idea of doing it on the highway, like many of them said, this will fail. But why? My concept was whatever we are selling here, the farmers has to get the access because they need to see how it is packaged and sold at the store level. So if we are not close to the farmers, then if we do a store in Bangalore, which is not connected to any of the farmer, they don't even learn the value addition. So then we made a very critical decision to open the store on the Bangalore-Mysore. A lot of resistance came. Still, at one point of time, many people came and when the work was going on, they said it will not happen, it will fail. That was the comment I got. It was very challenging. So even for me, if this fails, it would be organic farming or sustainable practices. What I was thinking will become a disaster. So what I thought is I went, met some of the restaurant people in Bangalore, so that half of the place I thought of giving it to a restaurant, so that if people come, whoever comes to the restaurant will come to our store for shopping. So I finalized a restaurant guy. We opened on 1st of October 2015. I remember the date. It was the first store was opened on 1st of October 2015. Here, there is a very interesting thing which happened on that date. So we had called about 3,000 people. We had a big function. A lot of dignitaries we had invited, and we had a very big function behind our stores. We had organized for a big function on the opening day. So around 3,000 people came. We had, I thought even if each of them spend around 100 rupees, we will be doing a business of around 3 lakh rupees on day one. So keeping that in mind, we had bought the raw materials from our farmers, packed it nicely, and we had kept it in the stores for sale. So the interesting thing is after the program, when everything was done, everyone came, wished. When I came in the evening and asked what was the sale, the total sale was about 1,500 rupees. That means each person who came there on an average had spent about 50 paisa. So it was a very disturbing moment, because I thought that this is a disaster. When 3,000 people had come to wish us, the total sale was about 3,500 rupees, which was very kind of disheartening. So still, we had kept a promise that we will serve the farmers. So we did it from whatever it might. We did it. Interestingly, the concept that we swam against the tide. So interestingly, this got picked up by many journalists. So everyone who traveled on Bangalore-Mysore highway, they stopped and said, "Who is this? Who are these people, Organic Mandya, who have opened a grocery shop on a highway?" Which is a kind of a weird thing. Where nowhere on this planet you'll find a grocery, that too organic supermarket on a highway. So that curiosity became a story, and they learned that the story of coming back from US and starting. So that all became viral, and in 4 months, I think we did a revenue of about 1 CR in 4 months. So that's where we started growing. Now, right now, today we have about 8 stores in Bangalore. We are on the verge of opening another 6 stores, and we are also starting our online commerce by next month. So that's how Organic Mandya began. That's how our journey started. So that's about Organic Mandya.
Okay, Mr. Madhu. That's very inspiring and interesting story. So I'll now ask Mr. Vijay, if you have any questions, you can ask.
Yeah, thank you, madam, and thank you, sir, for giving a very, I can just imagine the kind of stress and situation you went through. From 1,500 rupees, now you're making a much better thing. And the whole concept of organic farming or organic is very, very new. And in fact, I attended this session only to know, because, like you said, many of the good practices like sustainable farming and like you said, people dying at a very early age and this kind of thing, all unhealthy practices, chemical, what we are doing today, actually we are going against nature in a very big way. So this
Right.
initiative from your side is really a very, we must feel very happy and proud that you have taken up this initiative and that too coming from a software background and all that, and then helping out the farmers over there. I think it's a very noble cause, and really my heartfelt gratitude and happiness that you have taken up this thing, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Vijay.
Okay. Mr. Brito, you can ask any comments from yourself.
Yeah. Can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, you are
Yes,
audible.
you are.
Thank you, Rajni ma'am. And very nice to hear about Organic Mandya. I think apart from rice and wheat, what made you select the other items? Because now I've been to your stores in Bangalore, one of your stores, one of the first stores. So you have got a lot of products like jaggery and all refined things, oil, and so many things. What made you select these items? Was there any research done?
So we don't have any refined oils or this thing. It's all cold pressed oils.
Cold pressed oils, yes.
Yeah, we don't. So see, organic. Any person, like the food pattern is about in a month they consume about 70 to 90 types of food produce. Okay. So if you are selling only wheat or rice, this thing, what happens is if the customer doesn't get all the things, like whatever 90 things he's using on a monthly basis in one place, chances of him staying organic will diminish. So that's when we started looking at other produce from other states. So for example, our Lakdang turmeric is there, which comes from Meghalaya. It's an organic turmeric powder. So we wanted to give a complete range to our customers. See, Mandya we get jaggery, ragi, pulses, rices, and all we get. But some of the unique things we will not be able to grow in Mandya. So we started tying up with the respective farmer produce organization in different parts of India. So that's how we have a range of all produce at our stores.
And most of your products are also certified, I understand.
So it is like this, 90% of our products are certified organic.
Okay.
So, and 10% of the products is chemical free, but it's not certified from a third party agency, because some of the marginal farmers will be there, would be starting fresh. So for certification, it becomes very expensive for them. Every year they will have to shell out around 60,000 rupees. Half an acre or 1 acre or 2 acre, 3 acre farmer, that will become very expensive for them. So they will grow under our supervision without a certification. But of course, it is a non-certified organic produce. So we monitor them. So once we get a sizable amount of farmers in that area, we group them and we start getting them a group certification, which is very inexpensive. probably they will every year they'll spend around 1.5 to 2,000 rupees per for the certification. So when we get a sizable number of farmers, we group them and we get them certified. So then they become certified organic farmers. So that's how we are organized right now.
Oh, that's very interesting. And what plans you have for the future? Other crops,
So,
other exotic items you're planning? Anything special?
so we have exotic some of the exotic things like vegetables is there that celery. So some of them are there, but they are not like that. It's the demand is not very high for this thing. But we focus on basic foods, fruits and vegetables, milk. We have a desi milk, cheese, all those things. We basic food stuff we focus on.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. I'll take up some questions, Mr. Madhu. So, what were some of the key challenges faced during the establishment of Organic Mandya, and how were they overcome?
So, see, the key challenge is when we started, no, it was not a proven concept, first and foremost. There was not even a single organic supermarket across the world when we started. I'm not talking about India, across the world. Not even a single organic supermarket existed. So, some corner in a supermarket, right? So that's how we. So the challenge was for us. See, one is it's a new concept. Second thing is how do we take it to the people? How do we tell them that the organic is something? It's a food that the organic food is the real this thing. So that was a big challenge because no one knew about organic. So that's where we faced a lot of challenges. Luckily, we got good exposure and the biggest thing is we against all the odds we went and did it on a highway in a village. So that really worked for us. And we got the necessary coverage. So that initial phase was really a challenging phase for us.
Okay. So, how do you connect with the farmers?
So basically, we connect with farmers via various. First and foremost, we now almost every farmer in Mandya knows about us. So earlier, what we used to do is we used to go to the village. We used to, right? They go around the villages with a drum saying that there is a program. So we used to go around the villages, tell them that there is awareness camp or drama skit. We used to organize skit about organic farming in the evenings. So we used to go in the village, tell them that there is a skit. So the villagers used to come to the awareness program. So we used to give them awareness about organic farming via the street place. So once the street place, we used to tell them that there is a free organic training program on every Monday near our store, and we used to get them to our training programs. So the farmers started coming to our training programs. We started engaging them. We started training them. Then we started conducting sweat donation programs so that the people from Bangalore, corporates who used to come, help the farmer in getting started. So that would save him a lot of initial seed investment. And our corporate people from Bangalore will learn organic both way. So we did all these activities, donated lot of desi cows for farmers so that they can use the manure and for this thing for inputs. So all these things, by using all these techniques, we could reach farmers in a large scale. Right now, we have more than 12,000 plus farmers in all.
Okay. So, and how did Organic Mandya differentiate itself from other brands in the organic food market?
Uh, See, other food brands, I don't know I don't know how to comment. See, our it's a very unique model. So most of the companies whom you see, they have no direct connection with the farmers. They don't do any training with the farmers. It's all they buy from other companies like us, and they label it and they sell it. So ours is not. They're mostly not direct from farmers. There will be an intermediary. They'll get the certified products and they'll sell it. We are not like that. We are like direct farmers. You could call this as a farmers company. It's more of a farmers company than a private company. So, and Organic Monday is always about impact, social impact. It's also a social impact company.
Okay. So, the buyers or the customers who buy your product, they may ask you, how do you, what is the surety your product is purely organic? So, any research you have done or any proof you can provide to the customer? Do you provide to the customers? I mean to say, buyers or the customers?
Yeah, so there are two, 3, 4 levels of check. One is the certifying agency will do the testing. And we also get our products tested by a third party certified labs for chemical traces. So for each product has a different type of testing. We send it for labs for chemical traces testing, and we get it authenticated. So, and when you taste the product, you can find the difference, whether it's organic or inorganic.
Okay. Yeah. And what strategies were employed to build consumer trust and loyalty towards the Organic Mandya brand?
What's our? Can you
What
repeat the?
strategies were employed to build consumer trust and loyalty towards the Organic Mandya brand?
No, there was no strategy. Our strategy, we are always, and we always operate from our art. So we tell the truth. We are transparent. Anytime, anybody can come pick any of our products and get it tested in any of the labs they would recommend. So we are very transparent and very straightforward. So that's our strategy to gain the trust of the customers. And moreover, see, one is certifications, by looking at certifications. The other thing is by using your sensors, you can definitely tell whether it's organic or not. So people have, we tell them, we educate them how to test it, how to test the products on their own, and say whether it's organic or not. So we kind of empower them so that they test it on their own and get the trust on the product.
Okay. And can you discuss the role of sustainable practices and ethical sourcing in the success of Organic brand or Organic Mandya?
So I'm a bit confused about your question. So
Can you,
sustainable, yeah.
I'll repeat the question. Can you discuss the role of sustainable practices and ethical sourcing in the success of Organic Mandya?
Ethical sourcing is like the major factor is pricing. So before we came, the jaggery which was getting sold in Mandya was around 23 rupees per kilo before we came to Mandya. So we told any farmer who makes jaggery by using organic produce by in our standards, we told them that they will be getting 60 rupees per kilo. So the people, farmers are very happy because it's almost a 3 times the price what we had offered. They started doing it. So all our farmers, they get at least twice the price of what they are getting from the regular market. So that's how we are when it comes to sourcing strategy.
Okay.
And we also have given them direct access to the consumer market. So every Sunday, we conduct a organic flea market in Mandya so that they can come directly and sell to the customers instead of going to them. So we give them direct access, and whatever they are not able to sell, we buy it from them and sell from our platform.
Okay. Okay. And how did Organic Mandya leverage marketing and branding techniques to expand its reach and market presence?
See, have you seen our ads anywhere? We don't usually advertise. So branding was built by our actions, not by advertisement. So our sweat donation program was one of the unique activities. It got a lot of attention. And our kitchen garden clubs at Mandya, at village level, also got a lot of attention. So by being on the ground, by being more with the farmers, by practicing the truthful things, and we were like putting it on everything on the internet. So that's how we gained that kind of reach, and brand got recognized by the people.
Okay. And what partnerships or collaborations were instrumental in the growth of Organic Mandya?
Partnership was instrumental because we never had any other partnerships because all the produce were sold through our stores. So that's all. So partnership with the farmers was the key.
Okay. So do you have any any group of farmers, anything like that, from whom you source the products?
We have a society. We source from society. We have formed self-help groups of farmers. We have formed kitchen garden clubs at Mandya, women kitchen garden clubs. So we source from multiple places and from multiple groups.
Okay. So what is the total number of farmers you have with you now?
What?
What is the total number of farmers
We
you
have
have
about
with
12,000 plus farmers.
Okay. This is like only in Mandya or any other place from Karnataka? Any other,
No, this is only in Mandya.
Okay. And how has Organic Mandya contributed to the local community and economy?
So we have given employment to more than 400 people. That is one thing. Our farmer incomes have increased. So number of organic farmers have increased. So the farms which used to get laden with chemical is now become chemical free. So not only it has helped the economy, it has helped the environment also.
Okay. And now I have the last question. What lessons can other aspiring organic food brands learn from the journey of Organic Mandya?
It's all about quality and ethics. So if you are good in these two things, everything else will fall in place. So always have the best quality product in your portfolio and do things ethically. You have to be ethically. You have to have ethics while sourcing, and the same ethics should be there while selling also.
Okay, well said. Okay, so I don't have any further questions. Before we end the meeting, I would like to check with Mr. Vijay.
Yeah, I have one question. For a farmer to understand between organic farm and a non-chemical farm, like most of the farms would have practiced chemical farming in some form or the other. So how do you actually get over that phase? I think for a couple of 1 or 2 years, you will have to, there will be a transition because no land is going to be a virgin land. So some chemical farming would have happened and then you get into organic farming. I just wanted to understand how you actually do that in a small way.
So that we engage farmers in multiple training.
Okay.
And our South Karnataka lands are not as corrupted as the lands in Punjab or so farmers. The chemical usage earlier, before we came, it was mostly restricted to urea.
Okay.
Urea is not harmful. It's so urea and NPK. So converting those lands are very easy. It's not, yes, of course, it's not a virgin land, but it is slightly damaged land. So by applying, increasing the cow-based inputs, that will convert your farm pretty soon.
So you gradually increase the organic carbon content in the soil and get
Yes,
into the
yes.
natural form. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Alright.
As I
Thank
said
you.
earlier, these lands are not as corrupted as
Yeah, got it.
the
Yeah, that is.
lands.
So it would be a maximum 1 or 2 year recovery.
No, 6 months, 3 to 6
6
months.
months, 3 to 6 months.
Yeah.
So that is very good.
Because what happens is this time the farmers we usually convert farmers during this time, this summer season.
Okay.
So when they convert, what they do is we take out the soil from the dried lake bed.
Okay.
So we take out the soil and put it on the farm. So 1 or 2 feet extra they will put.
Okay.
So the lake soil is virgin soil. So then we put cow dung, cow manure. So it becomes immediately 3-4 months only the land will be good for organic.
So you're replacing the topsoil with the soil from the lake bed. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay.
You.
Mr. Bhitto?
Yeah, Mr. Madhuchandan. Thank you,
Yeah.
Rajni ma'am. Mr. Madhuchandan, this enterprise of yours would not be possible unless you had, because you are a man of great passion, one can make out. So this is not a very ordinary venture that you've undertaken. And I think you're just going to expand vertically, because the scope is so much, especially post the pandemic. The demand for all these products are going to increase leaps and bounds. And I wish you all the very best to you and your partners and your farmers. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you all. Yeah. Bye.
Okay, Mr. Madhuchandan. Thank you for the presentation and answering all the questions. Now we'll end this meeting and have a good evening.
Yeah. Thank
Thank
you.
you all.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.